Hello everyone, my name is Georgia. Today we will talk about the Dilan Mirror project, what this project is actually about, next about the product. Let's discuss what it's made of, where it's used, what it gives to people, what utility, how you can make money on it, engineer future and how to profit from it starting today. Here's the plan for today's Zoom. Well, let's start Dilan Mirror Menise. This mirror is magical, smart, digital, innovative. So many different names have been attached to this mirror. What is it and what it is made of? The DL mirror product is a mirror in which we see our reflection, but when turned on, for example, by pressing a button, waving a hand, or even by voice, this mirror becomes innovative, quite magical. It shows you from a different angle. You see yourself from behind. Accordingly, where are such mirrors used? These mirrors are will be used in cloakrooms of stores, in gyms, in dressing rooms, at home, in beauty salons. Barbershops make extensive use of these mirrors. That is essentially the industry of ordinary mirrors is shifting towards such mirrors. What do those mirrors consist of? That is, a mirror is made of a gazelle mirror is like a two-way spy mirror. On one hand, when we see, and on the other hand, we are unseen. Here lies the same principle as the gazelle mirror, while le is the screen. A camera which has a 4K camera installed behind it with such quality of 60 frames per second, intellectual like, and a processor with artificial intelligence. Now I'll explain what all these details are for, especially the processor with artificial intelligence, because the artificial intelligence in this mirror plays a crucial role. Besides seeing ourselves on the other side, when the image is turned on, artificial intelligence changes the background around us. For example, trying on something in the fitting room, we can change the background. That is artificial intelligence. It sees clothing, analyzes, and suggests a background. If this is us trying on a suit, for instance, conduct some business meeting, meaning an office. If, for example, if we're trying on a swimsuit, it suggests the beach. If it's a wedding dress for a girl, then the marriage palace will be in the background. Besides, if we talk about barbershops and beauty salons, artificial intelligence helps there. Try on a hairstyle or hair color, for example, if you're planning to dye it. This is what artificial intelligence does among us. And besides, a lot will be implemented, different kinds of cool features. This touch screen will allow you to press on the mirror itself. It can display advertisements when the mirror is not used for, let's say, commercial purposes. Mistake is, but the essence, of course, is to see oneself from behind. Every girl, woman trying on something, the outfit wants to see itself from a different side. This is, of course, the foundation. So let's talk about how to make money on this yearning in the near future perspective. You can invest in this project today, become co-owners of this company, buying shares. Today, this company put up 15% of its shares for sale, and these shares will eventually become stocks. Anyone can buy his shares and become a co-owner. This gives in the future everyone can receive dividends from selling such mirrors by the company. Receiving dividends, people will also profit from the company selling franchises and the intellectual property. For example, if we once we get patents worldwide, we can certain countries selling patents means big money. Thus, everyone becoming a co-owner will also benefit from this. Today, you can become an owner with as little as $100 invested, and that can be split. This investment, let's say, into several parts for 10 months, 5 or for 2 months. Why is this done? Well, it's for even a major investor who, for example, wants to invest and get a large number of shares accordingly to receive a large amount of dividends in the future. One could split the sum into several tranches. For example, over 10 months, if a person wants to really invest $10,000, it's inconvenient for them to come up with such an amount right now. He can smash it, check the box in his office, and split your payment into 10 months, thereby paying $1,000 each month. That's convenient. Here's what you need to do for this. You need to follow the link right here for you. Someone talked about the project to register and view the site to register your personal account, receive 1,000 shares from the company via airdrops. Indeed, there's an ongoing offer now without a set deadline. Anyone who registers through your link will accordingly receive 1,000 shares of the company. Time will tell whether it's a lot or a little. And the second type of earning that exists now, you can earn from this project today or tomorrow and get the money. This it means involvement in the MLM aspects of the project, that is aiding in attracting investments, will earn you a percentage from the money that a given person invests. For instance, you tell someone about a project, just as I'm telling you today. In essence, this Zoom will be brief. Everything is simple here, nothing complicated. A prototype already exists. There are video files. There's a wonderful website that shows how this mirror works. So there is a sample in the United Arab Emirates. In Dubai, there's an office where you can visit and see for yourself. I'll also give you a sneak peek right now and go into detail about the new products at the end of the Zoom call. It's already been installed in Moscow as well, such a prototype. So people living in Moscow can also come and see such a prototype. But how do we attract people? Project, naturally, the details need to be shared. And then you can take advantage of this airdrop and say that if a person registers in this, by participating in the project, you will receive 1,000 shares of the company. Various other airdrops are always happening, like one that just ended, which required a specific action. Any interested party who likes can receive 6,000 shares of the company for a specific post on YouTube. It's actually an interview. I conducted an interview with Vasily Dil, the founder, where he shared about its applications and plans regarding the project. So whoever liked took a screenshot and sent it to support, got credited like this. From March 8th, I know a new fraction will appear. Stay tuned. In the channels can receive additionally good shares from the company. Often there's also a question about this specifically. How is this technology protected? I'll tell you, there's a French patent application, there's a PCT application that guarantees us for a year and a half what no one who sees these samples today will be able to repeat. As of today, we have filed a patent application in Russia. A patent application is being prepared to America and several other countries. That is the funds that the company attracts today. They are now primarily aimed to protect the company's intellectual property so that no one else can replicate it. Again, China does not sleep. Not all innovations want to catch and implement. Therefore, the basis now is international patenting, then using the raised funds to build our own production in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. But this does not mean that mirrors will only appear when we do build its own production. No, here I'll give an example. There are viral videos that people see. Many have noticed it accordingly. In Moscow, there is the number one interior mirrors production in Russia. We were noticed there, invited to the factory. We flew in, Vasily Dilan, and I was there accordingly. The meeting went well. People look to the future and understand that the industry of mirrors roots can change. We're on the verge of a partnership, a collaboration that is production on external capacities. It is called number one in Russia. Who is in Moscow can visit the office at Parkovey 17. It's a 3-story building, 3 floors full of mirror samples, showcasing what they can create and release. And today something new appears. Sample Dilan World, we are signing cooperation agreements. And this will happen in various countries, I'm certain. We will see already production mirrors this year. Consequently, we can already count on those who invested in some dividend stories even this year. If anyone has any more questions, you can ask them, write them down. I will read them. Opening, no questions so far. Hello, please tell me. Sorry, I'll be tuning in to watch. That's good, of course. Well, the question was about how quickly we start trying profitability. It all depends on the scale. How much of an example like the one I gave, a factory in Moscow, will be joining the project? Yes. How much we even already packed a franchise? The moment is here and we can sell franchises. That is, in what quantities we'll sell franchises, collaborate with other companies, how quickly we will build. Setting up a production in Dubai is, of course, directly dependent on investments from you. The faster we attract funding, the quicker the company will expand and its development potential will grow. Actually, sharing the profits, I consider the next question regarding the cost of mirrors. The cost at the moment is forming. There is a preliminary cost of $2,500 for such a mirror set. But I understand that for stores, for boutiques, for gyms, for beauty salons too, it's a small cost. But over time, naturally, with a point, as production grows, the price will naturally decrease. Regarding the dividends that will be available this year, I'm sure that this year we can start receiving dividends, but again, this is time will tell. You can follow the project's development through news channels where we post updates on its progress, what events and exhibitions we attend, what we do for implementation. Everything is displayed precisely about what was mentioned regarding the Moscow factory. We already have a few videos. They currently show what we did at this plant, what kind of sample was installed there. Again, the news shows in which countries we are. We are applying for patents. We will be getting patents. So everyone watch, like in a TV show, one where you can participate as investors and so on, read on. But this year, 100%, we will be selling for scale because there's nothing complicated, but these mirrors, I don't think they will specifically go into any stores. They will be more widely distributed, like samples that demonstrate this technology, popularize it. That is, it will be tens, if not hundreds of mirrors, but we need large scale production for this. To produce these mirrors by the tens, hundreds, and thousands, it is necessary, of course, a factory to guarantee to people, and people understood the scale of production. For now, we can specify the quantities or volumes that will be produced by external manufacturers. So, next question. 1 million parts, is that a lot or a little? But it depends on when, because in the foreseeable future, 1 million shares, it may be possible. One share is worth a ruble. It might be 10 rubles. It might be 100 rubles. So multiply your shares by rubles or dollars. If you are in Russia, you can multiply by rubles. But in general, all our crowd investing is tied to the dollar. Therefore, everything here is calculated in dollars. Time will tell whether it's a lot or a little. But naturally, it's important to understand that the more you invest, the greater the rewards, the more you multiply. So, next question. As for shipping to other cities and countries, well, logistics are clear. Given it's a mirrored product, you can do this, but we do plan, after all, produce directly where the consumer is. That is, collaborate with other companies. For example, in Moscow, we are now collaborating. Accordingly, in Russia, it will be sent to Moscow. If it's staking it, Dubai is a region. While there is no production there, we plan to build it. Also to cooperate with other factories. If you have connections, you can, of course, write. And we will also consider cooperation with other regions. So they ask why the share price is rising every day. Well, because that's our model. The more investments are attracted, the higher its price goes. Consequently, the number of shares that can be purchased decreases. A certain unit, for example, the first people who buy get a large number of shares. If you bought the same for the same $100, in a couple of months, it's completely different amount of lei, much less. Such a model as of now, the company's 280 billion shares in the future. These are stocks accordingly. At the moment, 15%, that is 42 billion, are up for sale. So the next question, a very good start. We're happy to have provided this opportunity. Yes, the prospects are very big. Accordingly, for this project, the project has just launched. It will develop. It's too early to talk about when sales will be closed. We've just started I think when 15% of the company is sold, but preliminarily, this is it. I think about a year and a half, 2 years. Is the company planning to sell at all in the plans to attract $200 million? Let this amount not scare you because it is calculated for specifically large production with purchase, land, equipment, production lines, creating certain components, that is the manufacturing of parts. And from that amount, from 200 million, accordingly, nearly 40%, that's 80 million. This will half of the earnings go to those who help attract investments. Souffleur prospects to earn a lot. Thank you. Yes, the product is simple, so dividends are not far off. Super project, Olga, thank you. But if there are no questions, then we can finish. Thanks to everyone who came. This Zoom will be translated. We will translate it into other languages and post it in the chat.